Welcome to Dark Realms, Texas. I'm Jenna. So today I want to talk a little bit about my adventures at Yorktown Memorial Hospital. So I had got in contact with Joanne. Joanne is the owner of Black Swan Inn, who happens to also own Yorktown Memorial Hospital in Yorktown, Texas. So I contacted her and I told her I wanted to take a team out there to investigate it. Now, my friend Tracy'd never been there before. He was a little nervous, but I told him, come on, you gotta do it once, just once. So he said, okay. So I called, made the arrangements. She told me to contact her, I don't know, the guy that was taking care of the place. I think his name was Michael. I don't remember. But we went out there. It was 10 o'clock at night. It was going to be an overnight investigation. So it was Ileana, her husband Jesse, it was Maria, John, me, and Tracy. They opened the door. They did not give us a walkthrough. The first time I went there, I was with another team. And it just was starting to get popular. And the team, when we went there the first time, we went in and they walked us through and told us a little bit of history, each and every room, blah, blah, blah. And then they let us go free range. This time we went around, the guy was like, yeah, I'm going to go run to the store before it closes. I'll be here at 7 in the morning. The place is yours. And he left. We were like, what, no tour? You know, everybody was so vocal the last time and it was just us locked in a building now by ourselves. So luckily I had been there before, and I was the only one that was there before anybody else. The other people that went with me, it was their first time there. So I was like, cool, okay, I kind of remember where things are. So there were 3 levels. They had a basement, they had the main floor, and then they had the second floor. Well, actually there was 4, because there was one way, way, way up tippy top, and that was kind of creepy. That's where the nuns and the priests were staying. The 3rd top floor was like a surgery room. Along with the 1st floor was a surgery room halfway. The other half was a children's ward. And then on the basement was, of course, a morgue. And it was kind of creepy down there. It was kind of creepy down there. But we set our trap cams, left them on the 1st floor, and we interchanged them overnight. You know, we interchanged them a couple hours. And we would go all stay together and investigate like the 3rd or 4th floor. We'd do our EVP sessions. We then split up into 2 and had 2 on each level. And we had our walkies with us. So in case we heard noises or whatever, we'd say, hey, is that you? We're on the 1st floor or whatever. So the whole night went okay. And when we were there, it was really our first time back as a team. That was our first investigation ever. And it took us a while to get into the feel of it. Because if you've investigated before, the paranormal, and we did it all the time. I mean, like every week we had something done, even 2 or 3 times a week. And we were always sharp and we were always connected to the other side. Maria was highly sensitive. Tracy was highly sensitive. I call them portals because things would always attach to them. But when we got home, we were all kind of disappointed because we didn't catch things like we normally do when we were investigating. We would catch shadow people, we would catch voices, we would catch strange lights. This time we didn't catch anything until we got home. Then I reviewed my evidence and there was a whole hell of a lot going on that we had no clue what's going on. We were disconnected at that time. And that's the thing about investigating, is that when you do it so often, you get connected to it. And things become clear. You can hear, you can see, you can more or less emotionalize with whatever happened at that area. Whether it was immense depression or anger. Total anger. So as an investigator, if you go into a building and you don't feel anything, maybe it's because you've been disconnected for so long. But once you get connected and you realize and you see that maybe there is something there, but you just can't see. It's like when children are children. Children can see because they're innocent and they don't know any better. But when you're an adult, you become cynical and you become jaded, and you have a lot of reserve when you're an adult. If you're connected and you are able to hear and to see and to smell and to feel what was going on at the time. But in the videos and in the pictures that I'm going to show you, I'm going to let you decide and make a decision. We had caught a lot of EVP, and that's the sad part about it, because in this hospital they had the children's ward, and in one of the rooms they have a huge room full of dolls and bears and little rocking chairs, cribs, toys, a bunch of toys. And we bought some balloons and we let them in the room. There's no air. I mean, it's all enclosed. There's windows there, but they're not open. So me and Maria were in the children's room and we were doing EVP session. And then Maria was asking, can you move the balloon? The balloon's yours, you can have it. And on the playback on the EVP, you can hear children laughing. And that's kind of heartbreaking. It's great evidence, but it's heartbreaking because in the back of your mind, it's children and that they didn't survive. If you don't want to see it, it won't be there. If you're bothered by things and it forces you to see it, there's a reason for it. So you just got to pay attention. But check these pictures out. Not here to hurt you. Sad.
Tap on the window.
So that was Yorktown Memorial Hospital. Thank you so much for hanging out with me and watching and listening to the story. I hope you found the EVPs pretty interesting. I did. I always find EVP pretty cool. Until next time, thank you so much for watching and hanging out with me. I'll see you on my next video. Until then, pleasant screams.